Americans are lacking in financial education. People don't know how to save. Did you know that an average American has about 4 credit cards? People rely on benefits and social security and pensions, but millennials won't even have social security in the future when they will retire. The whole world is divided into 2 different groups: people who make less than $100,000 a year, which is 90% of the population, and people who make more than $100,000 a year, which is about 10% of the population. When you get your first paycheck, the first thing you've done is you probably opened a bank account. That's why 90% of the population associate their money with bank. So they put their cash into checking, savings and CDs, making 0 to 3% a year. Now it's probably closer to 0. On the other hand, we have people who invest their money into mutual funds, real estate and insurance, making 4 to 12% a year. And me and my friends, we're working with big companies such as Nationwide, National Western, AAG or Mutual of Omaha. Your money can grow into 3 different ways: fixed, variable and indexed. Fixed account is basically your savings account, where you start with a certain amount and you grow, let's say 3-4% a year for 35 years. In most of the cases, you don't grow 3-4% anymore. You grow, like I said, only 0.1% a year. Using Rule 72, we can estimate that it will take hundreds of years for your money to double. There's a second way to grow your money, and it's a variable way. Yes, your money can grow fast, 30-40% a year, but you also have a risk of economic crashing, and you can lose 40-50% of your account just in a year. So that's what happened in 2000 when Y2K happened. People just took their money from the dot-com companies. Then in 9/11 happened in 2001. Later on the market went up, and in 2008 we had economic crash again. By the way, right now we are expecting another market correction in the next 12 months. There is a third way to grow your money, and it's through the index market. Your money is growing at the 85% of the variable markets. However, when the market crashes, when the market goes down, you stay at 0, or in some cases you're actually making 4% a year when everybody is losing money. Eventually, after all the economy crashes and after all these changes in the markets, into the stock markets, you end up much higher than people who invested their money in the fixed market or even variable markets. Most of the retirement accounts are invested in IRAs, and IRAs are invested straight into the market. So you are actually into the variable line when you are saving for your retirement through 401k or 403b or similar accounts. Well, the problem is you can lose your money when the market goes down. Yes, you can make more money when the market is going up. So the problem with these accounts is if you're retiring and you're younger than 59 and a half, you might withdraw money from your 401k. However, you will be taxed and you will have a 10% fee on your account if you're trying to get money earlier than you're supposed to. Yes, you might be working and you'll decide you'll work until you're 72 without touching your retirement savings. There is another law where government says, hey, if you want to take your money from your 401k until the age 70 and a half, we are taking 50% of your savings. So let's say you had $1 million saved for your retirement, you are turning 70 and a half, you only have $500,000 in your account, which is pretty bad because Uncle Sam wants its money. Our target market is baby boomers, and the reason why we are working with them is because they have about $45 trillion in their savings that they store in 401ks, 403bs and IRAs. And as you learn, these accounts are not really protected, but they need people who can transfer this money from their IRAs into the more protected accounts, and we simply are lacking the amount of agents who can do that. Finance industry is one of the top paying industries in America. Yes, you can go to school for 8 years to get your computer science degree by spending maybe $100,000 to $200,000 for your education. Yes, you will be making $100,000 or more a year, but you'll just spend so much time getting your degree and looking for a job. Or You can get your life and health license, spend 52 hours for your education, spend maybe $300 to $2,000 to prepare everything, and it will allow you to start making $100,000 a year or more. So if you're interested in joining this amazing industry and try yourself as a financial consultant, you can fill out the form below and we'll contact you as soon as possible.